Oops. Oh. Yeah, let's do. Oh, get used to this keyboard. I will get used to this keyboard. Hello coders. As I'm a bit late today, I thought I wouldn't bother getting the intro. I'll just get straight into it. It's a bit too big. Essentially, what I want to do today is hunt and fix bugs to do with CSS. So I'm just rigging up the. I'm going to do a git stash save on that. I'm just rigging up the site. Let me just see what that was. All right. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I still need to deal with that. That's because of the external, the Git module stuff. Okay, that's something I need to worry about later. So what I want to try and do today is just get this up and running first, and then what we'll do is we'll split the stream up. Half of it will be, we'll time box it. So half will be spent, or like an hour will be spent fixing bugs. Another hour will be spent finding bugs. And I suppose that's how we should play it. I think. So yeah, let me just start this up because I've literally just turned on this Mac Mini here. So let me just get this all running. And last night or yesterday, I upgraded Symfony to 5.3. I fixed a bunch of stuff with the viewports, and I've also upgraded some bits in the Node. In the package.json stuff. So there's a couple of things I need to pull through. I've been working on my laptop this weekend, so I need to pull stuff in. So I'm just going to build up the. This is taking a bit of time, isn't it? Just going to start the Docker machine. Please tell me Docker is. Oh no, Docker is. Is Docker having a complaint? Yeah, Docker is having a complaint. Can we just. Let me just double check that this is working. Docker is telling me that there's an update due, and sometimes when that happens on Macs, it causes issues until you do the upgrade. That's what I found anyway. So let me just see. Can I get into? Okay, fine. Okay, all right. Fine, they're up. Right. So what we'll do is we'll just do a compose up. Up -d just to bring them up. This lot is exited, so let's bring those up. And also, I think I've changed. Did I change the compose file? Yeah, I did, because I wanted to put in a change for xdebug. Xdebug. Right. Yeah, I can tell you what. Let's do a make. Right. Make. I can tell you what. Let's do a. Ooh. That's weird. Suddenly the stream unmuted itself, and I could hear my previous self. Anyway, let's do a make. Let's install all the things. Composer install. As I mentioned yesterday, I installed or upgraded to Symfony 5.3. Symfony 5.2 is going to be end of life. Is it end of life or is it end of support, something like that. Let's have a little look. At the end of July. So I thought it would be a good idea to sort that out. So Symfony roadmap. I'm sure 5.3, that's the latest stable release. And did I see 5.2? Yes, 5.2 will be end of support July 2021. So I thought it would be a great idea to upgrade to 5.3, and it was relatively painless. There was a few things I needed to do around some data types needed to be adjusted around some of the controllers here. But it seems okay. I ran the test yesterday and it was all fine. So we need to do this, and then we need to do the npm, so make UI install. And then once we've done that, hopefully we'll have a stable thing to work on. And then what I'm going to do is, there's a couple of bugs that I want to look at. We'll time box it. We'll say, like, you know, the first hour we'll work on bugs that are already defined in GitHub, and then we'll work on just looking for bugs and making them. And I kind of, you know, making the tickets and stuff, putting in screenshots, putting in user journeys, and all that jazz. I kind of want to do this as a kind of rinse and repeat process, I think, over the next few streams, just to knock out any sort of any issues before we put this up to beta or staging or production. Come on, it takes so long. Has to be done though. Has to be done. There we go. Okay, let's now do a make it is UI is it install? Yeah, make UI install. And the changes I did yesterday to the Docker Compose was a switch flag, or flag switch, I suppose you could call it, that turns Xdebug on and off. That's what, like previously when I did this, you would see all the Xdebug output, but saying that it can't find the listener or whatever the error message was. That's because Xdebug is turned off. But if I wanted to do a debug and actually step through the code, then I would turn it on. It's just a little switch. So with this, there was a bunch of changes that I made. This is a bit of a weird warning here, because it's saying that there's an unmet dependency of Webpack. And I actually have Webpack installed because I have the Symfony Encore installed, which has Webpack, which brings in Webpack. So these are weird warnings. These don't actually make any sense. And when I install Webpack myself, I get the warning saying that it's already been installed by Symfony Encore. So, and that there may be issues with multiple versions and stuff. So you know my I guess you could call it my dislike, I suppose, of npm or just JavaScript packages, package management in general. So I went with the one which just gave me the unmet dependency warnings rather than the warnings about having multiple versions. That multiple versions seemed a little bit more dangerous. And I suppose whilst this is going on, we can have a look at some of the bugs that I want to play with today. let's go to GitHub. Let's bring it over here. So don't worry about that pull request. That pull request is just a Dependabot. All right, so I want to focus specifically on styling. Okay, styling and making things look okay, especially in mobile. So what I'm thinking is probably working on this one first. This is putting durations on the second line. Durations of lessons. So you can see I put in a screenshot. It's all a bit manky and muddled. And what I'm thinking is putting them on a second line, because some of these actually go to 2 lines. So in that case, it would be the third line. Yeah, a lot of some of the titles are a bit too long, but I don't want to put a limit on the titles, so we're going to go with putting these underneath, I think, and maybe just changing this to be a little bit smaller. You can see it's all crushed and overlapping, which is looking a bit awful. So we'll work on that, and then we'll take a look at some other styling issues. I think I've got some issues regarding, I think that's fixed. Yeah, anyway, this seems to have done. So let's now just do did I do any changes to the database yesterday? I think I did. Let's make db, what is the command? Import test reset. Restore, test load. I think it's test load. So it'll run the migrations, and then it will purge the database, and then it'll load all the fixtures. Good. Okay, so we should now, after all of that upgrade, we should be able to actually access the website. Hopefully. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. So a couple of changes that I did yesterday were regarding styling is that if we go to the dev mode, if we go into here, I fixed the viewport so I can see now, well, I should be able to see the iPad version, the iPhone 5 version. You can see it's all nice in line. Whereas before it wasn't. So if we go to courses, let's just pick up a course. Let's pick that one. And so there's a lot of stuff I can find bugs all over the shop here. But and look at this. This is, yeah. So we're gonna have fun when we find these UI bugs. Let's click on one of these. Hopefully I fixed the yeah, I have. Yeah. So these are the. Actually, that doesn't look so bad, does it? All right. Let's just see what it looks like on an iPad. Maybe I don't need to do this. iPhone 6. That looks okay. All right. Let's just walk the plank. That's 7. iPhone X. You can see the course notes coming in. All right. That's looking good. I might want to fix this a wee bit, but they're looking all right. Yeah, they're looking all right. The spacing's the same, either side. Yeah, I shouldn't be playing because that we'll be playing in. Yeah, maybe that's all right. Maybe that's all right. And that's the iPad Pro. Let's bring it up. Yeah, okay, that's all right. Let's see if we can find a course though that has bigger titles, because I've got a feeling that if there was a lesson name, if that was any bigger, that would wrap. Let's hit responsive. So at some point it's going to break down. Can you see? Popped. Now nothing is really 952, but I don't know. Maybe we should. I mean, nothing's going to be that small. I don't know. I just got a feeling that I need to sort of put in a little bit of a limiter there. Also, there's a bit of a left-hand margin there, which I could probably get rid of. I tell you what. It would be better if we looked at a course that had longer titles. So let's go to courses. Let's just get straight into the iPhone 5. Okay, let's try Linux Bash for Beginners. All right, because I think there's some longer titles with that. There's a bug there. Look, that should be a different image. There's a bug here that should go over across. There's loads of, yeah. So there's a bug there that should go across as well. So there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems. That's fine. Aha. Here's one: how to remove directories and files. There's an even bigger one: how to redirect standard output. So how does that look? How does that look? Is that clickable? Apparently not. There's a bug. Is that clickable? What? None of these clickable. That's weird. Hang on a minute. What's going on? Let's just refresh the page. There's a bug there. I've got a feeling we're going to find more than we fixed today. Which is fine. Come on, load. Load. Oh, I tell you what I should do. I should actually run front end, dev front end. I should do that, because this is going to all the new changes that we've brought in with the new npm packages. We should really run Webpack and get those installed. Seems to have what's going on? It seems to be thinking very hard about something. Man, this is becoming uncomfortably slow. Why is this so slow? Let's just kill that and wait for this. And let's also just output some logging. Okay, we can see it going through. Hang on a minute, what are those errors? Pretty sure I saw some errors. Yeah, there was some errors. Is main request is deprecated since 5.3. Oh, great. I didn't realize. I didn't realize these were coming through. Oh no, these deprecations. Okay, that's ran. All right, let's just do a shift refresh and see. Yeah, there's a bunch of deprecations there. Not errors, they're deprecations, but still, instead of is main request. I don't know where that is. I don't think we used that in our code. Damn. No, let's do a find in off of the SRC. Find in files. Nope. 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 My guess is that this is something that another package is calling, maybe. Anyway. Anywho. Oh, it's indexing. That's why it was taking so long. Anyway, can we click on these things? They are links. They weren't working in responsive mode. And I wanted to have a look at the one that said something about output redirection. Is that this one? Click on that. No, it doesn't appear. So there's a bug. There is a bug right there. Let's close that down. Is that loading? Is something going on? Yeah. All right. So we found a bunch of issues. Maybe we should record these first and then fix the other ones, because I keep finding issues here. There's loads of issues. I'm starting to think that I need to do some performance testing, because this is really slow. I mean, I know that we're in debug mode, and I know that Xdebug is on, but still, my guess is it's well, I wonder if it's anything to do with that. Since 5.3, Symfony component is main request is deprecated. Use instead at kernel event. Hang on, am I right in thinking? I've got a hunch here. Am I right in thinking that is something to do with not in bundles? Isn't it in public? In the index? Something to do with... Maybe not. No. Darn it. Streamed response listener. Hang on, is it main or is it master? Sorry, I need the logs. They're still going. My God. Main. Use is main. Okay, so we're looking for is master. That's what we're looking for. I was looking for the wrong thing. Oh, tests. Okay, account controller listener. Oh, right. This is wait, this is something to do with our event listener, is it not? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Account controller listener. We need to change that. You can see that that's deprecated. Okay, first things first then. Before we start worrying about the CSS, let's sort this out. Because this is a roll-on from the upgrade. Let's deal with that first. So we're going to do git checkout -b fixes, and we'll do deprecations. All right. So this is main request. That's better, isn't it? And I still want to see, do we have anything in the tests that require that? Yeah, we do. Account controller listener. So what we'll do is we'll change that and we'll run a test. Run our tests. The tests here are in... they're unit tests. Okay, that's fine. So let's run the make unit. Sorry, make test unit. And I'm still logging, so let's see if anything comes out of that. It's looking good. Oh no. Oh no. There's an error and then some, well, there's an error and failures. So here we go. Here we go. Undefined variable, that looks like a typo, on line 38. Yeah, whoops. All right, whoops, no. Let's getting too excited with the keyboard. Let's run those again. One error, 5 failures. I like the fact that there's 404 tests. 404. Okay, still a bit of an issue here. Okay, trying to configure is... I can't spell main. I can't spell request. Yeah. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Is main request. Okay. I mean, I could just run this specific test, but I want to just make sure that everything else is okay. I mean, I've seen that everything else is okay, but let's just... these unit tests don't take that long, do they? hang on, whoa. Did I just put in make tests? No. Make test unit. Yeah, let's just worry about the units for now. Still an error. What? Spelled correctly. Method was expected to be called one time, but actually was called 0 times. Okay. Exception failed for get token. Okay. Have they changed what this is? What this does? Alright, I'm going to just run this now because we're going to focus on this test. So let me just copy that for a sec. So for anyone joining and going, where's the CSS? I found some issues in PHP after an upgrade with Symfony 5.3 that I just need to solve. And then if we get time, you know how these streams roll. If we get time, we'll play with the... We'll play with this. Hey, Slayer Darth, how's it going? So Docker exec, we want, is it app? Bash. There we go. Right. Yes, I'm good. Oh, you had a terrible Friday. Oh, that sucks. I can't remember. Have I evaluated the shell? No, I haven't. That might be why. Nope. He can't remember what his containers are called. Great. Website. Of course it is. Oh, it's because I'm not doing it through Compose. Ah. There we go. Right, we want to do bin, console. No, we don't. Code set, run, unit, -G, running this group. This group. Nope. I didn't copy the group. There we go. Paste the group. Run that. So, we've got an issue here with the... What? No. Hang on. Hold fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 failures. Okay, so it's not an error now with the... the error was on the mocking. Okay, that's fine. So, these tests, let's just pick one, because I've got a feeling you fix one and the others will follow. So let's copy that for a second. Okay, so it's this one. Event listener, account controller on kernel request with user and without email. Okay, that is the test that is complaining here. So let me get rid of all of this stuff. So if I've done this right, this should all fail. Oh, that sounds nasty. Just reading Slayer Darth's comment then. That's not fun. Hope you were able to chill out over the weekend. Alright, so the exception failed. Name is get token is invoked. Method expected one time. Method was expected to be called one time as was actually called 0 times. So what was the method? Get token. Okay. Get token. Specs once. I need to remember what this was all doing. So this is the event listener that runs on each page to see whether or not the user has a route saved. Is that right? Event listener. Account controller listener. Let's just jump onto that. Okay, so is main request return false? Get request. So if the route is account profile, then we return nothing. We get the token. If the token is an instance of the token interface, we return nothing. If we get a user, if we don't get a user, then we return nothing. Oh, I remember this. I remember this. This was checking whether the user had an email address. And if the user doesn't have an email address, then we do a redirection back to the profile, the account profile, with an error message and setting the flashes. I see now. Okay. So the test here is what? Event listener account controller on kernel request with user and without an email address. So we've got a user, but that user doesn't have an email address. So we are looking for that user to be redirected to be null. Is that right? Without an email address. Output is on kernel request event. Get request will return a request. Request set route front end. Is that right? So we're setting the route to be account courses, which, let me just work out what that is. So that would be, oh yeah, okay, account, okay, fine. That's the route name, okay. So we're setting the request, we're setting the route name to the request, and we're running the event get request will return the, okay, fine. And we're instantiating a new account controller with a token storage. Token storage has get token, which returns the user. The user doesn't have an email address, so that's what this is all about, without email address. Okay, fine. And we're looking at the output here, get on kernel request. The event self-assert null. So what does that do? On kernel. That's a very weird. Anyway, let's get back to the exception failed for method name get token when invoked one time. The method was expected to be called one time, but was actually called 0 times. So it is the get token. We're passing token storage into here, and we're saying that it hasn't actually been ran. So if we open this up, token storage gets ran here, get token. So are we jumping out here, are we? Or are we jumping out here? We've changed that to be is main request. My guess is that that change has altered this somewhat. I thought today's stream was going to be all about CSS. I really did. But just proves that just because you've done an upgrade and You've ran all the unit tests. I'm trying to work out why that isn't being called. That is definitely the thing, right? Get token when invoked 1 time. Method was expected to be called. So if I was to just where is token storage? There we go. So if I was just to comment that out for a second and run this, is it better? Is master request? Is master... that needs to be... Oh, wait, hang on. Whoa. What was the errors that we were seeing above here? Was it to do with... Can I see them? Probably not. They're too high up on my... It's in here, isn't it? I can't remember. Is it main or is it master? I forget. I think it's main. Is main. Use is main. So what we want to do is change that to be is main. Right, let's run it again. I don't do any personally. I used to do hosting, but I don't do it as much now. I think I've got a few private stuff, nothing paid for client-wise. But I mean, how to code? Well, I manage myself hosting-wise, but no. To answer your question, no, I don't host client stuff. I find there's too much work involved. For the contracting that I do, that's all like taken care of by something else. By probably their more than often, it's their DevOps sort of team. But I used to do a lot of hosting myself, but I tend not to do that anymore. Okay, so that is now passing. If I was to put that back, I've had some. Maybe it was that was failing. Maybe it was just the change of that. If I was to put that back to master, yeah, I've had some interesting experiences with like servers dropping out of the sky and at various times of the day or night, and that is the thing. It's the reason why that's not being called is because that is being called before that, right? I don't think I've set this up correctly because, the way this reads is that this gets called before that, but in fact, I don't think that's the case. When I actually put the stuff together, I think that gets called first, and yeah, and even so get token is sort of a red herring. It's not get token, it is get main. That is a red herring. God, that took a bit of time to work out. I didn't start the clock, did I? Now, let's just say we've been working on this since I don't know, 3:45. There we go. Yeah, and I struggled when I was a freelancer, on my own, because when you're doing that, you've got a lot of responsibility, and it's tricky to go away on holiday. I remember when I would host sites or things, and I would be on support, and therefore I would need to take things with me on holiday to. I was just a one-man band. I still am, but I'm more of a contractor now than I am a freelancer. Yeah, and you were just constantly attached to the work, which wasn't really fun. And there was a couple of incidences where I would get the email or some notification would happen where I would have to drop things and get stuff fixed, because that was part of the deal, you know. Stupid things like hard drives filling up, or running out of memory, or someone put an email campaign together that I wasn't aware of, and it sent a spike of traffic to the site. And yeah, and I think that's fixed now. I think we're good with that. What I'm going to do, is I'm going to run our beloved unit tests again right from the top, and I'm just going to see if there's anything that gets thrown out. Yeah, agreed. Oh no, there's still errors. Hang on a minute, haven't I just fixed that? Or did I just set that back to... Wait. That was working. Oh, it's the other tests, because there was 5 failures. I see. Okay, yeah. And now we've got 4. Okay. So I haven't fixed everything. I think what we can do though is we can just do... Whoops. A is master. There we go. Master. No? Yeah, and just change everything to be is main. And hopefully there should be 4. Still, there's one there. Anything else? No. Okay, cool. Right, let's run the tests again. Yeah, Codeception is nice. I really do like Codeception. It's good for testing APIs and working with Gherkin. Okay, I think that's done. I think that's good. Yep, they all passed. I'm going to just do a quick make test integration. There's only a few integration tests here. He says 171, but these will test the. These will spit things out in the log that I've got going here. Well, they will all spit things out, but they're not. So. So I sent out a newsletter today for How to Code Well. I haven't done one in yonks. I think it was March the last time I did a newsletter. I'm going to try and get better at it. I'm going to try and get write more frequently. And I don't know why I dropped the ball, but we were doing one a week. And it would usually be like I would write it on the Saturday morning, and my wife would proofread it, and I would spend sort of Saturday day thinking about it. Sunday morning would arrive, and I would make some changes and some tweaks and then fire it off before the stream. That was kind of like the way to go. And what I had going was like not a Trello board as such. It was more like just a notes page that I would have throughout the week, and I would just be putting stuff in there as sort of like things that I found useful during the week. But I guess, and that's what I'd be writing about. That would be the content. But no, I dropped the ball on that, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and bring it back. I think it's good. Surprisingly, even though I haven't sent out one in since I think March 14th, I believe it was, from what I saw in the log. There was a lot of people. There has been a lot of people, which is nice, who've subscribed. And I've got it set up so when you subscribe, you get an automated sort of welcome email. So anyway, today was all about the new How to Code Well channel that I've put together. Yay, everything worked. Woo! On Rumble and Odyssey. I'm not coming away from YouTube or Twitch. Not at all. We're still going to do the podcasts on YouTube, and we're still going to be doing live streaming on YouTube, and we're still doing live streaming here on Twitch. But what I'm doing is I'm throughout the week I've been uploading in the evenings the previous backlog. I've got like a ton of video courses that are on YouTube, and I've been pushing those off to Odyssey and or Library and Rumble. So rumble.com/howtocodewell and odyssey.com/howtocodewell. I think that's the right links. Yeah, so it's going to take me a long time to backfill all those things, but I essentially want to broaden the horizons of How to Code Well and not be so attached to a single video distribution platform, i.e. YouTube. I love YouTube. It's great. I mean, it's fantastic. It is a free video platform for content creators, and we do get a very, very small kickback in terms of monetization, which is nice. But I do feel like I put a lot of my eggs in one basket. So yeah. Anyway, that's what today's newsletter was about. It was sort of like the announcement of we're on Rumble and Odyssey, but next week's will be totally different. Be a less self-promotion. I'm not a fan of doing those kind of things. Okay, that's good. So I think we're good. I think we're okay. Let's do a git status. So we don't worry about that external code notes jazz. We changed the account controller listener and the account controller listener test to fix the. Let's take a look at the SRC event listener. Yep. Account controller. Let's just take a look at that for a second. I think that's all we did. Yeah. All right. Git commit -am. Changing is master request to, and it's not a to is main request. Alright, and let's do a git push. Good stuff. Man, I need to get used to this keyboard again. I've been working on Windows. I've got a Windows laptop for a client that I'm working on, which has to be done in Windows, and so I've got a Mac keyboard, I've got a mechanical keyboard, and I've got a Windows keyboard that I sort of play with. I'm mostly now on the Windows keyboard because that's what the client requires. So whenever I move back to my other keyboard that has other key mappings and stuff, I always get confused. Yeah, okay, that's done. That's been pushed. That's good. All right, let's quickly go over to here. Pull requests, compare and pull, and let's just bring that in. Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for that to run through. I'm gonna run and grab a cup of tea, I think, because I need a drink, and then I'll merge this in once those checks are done. Basically, this is the same checks as what we've done, to be fair. Actually, what I'll also do is I'll merge this in. Before I go, I'll git checkout of staging, do a git pull, and then I'll do a git merge of whatever we just called that. What did we call that? It was this fixes deprecations. That should fire off another one. There we go. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna grab a cup of tea. I'll be back, and then we'll we will have a look at this CSS. Right. Speak to you in a bit. Okay. Do. I'm sat down. Looks like all those things passed, which is good. So we can go now to main and pull it down. Can we? Oh, hang on a minute. No, I need to I actually need to do the pull request. As in, I need to it's fine. So I need to merge the pull request in. There we go. Delete the branch. Now we can do git pull. There we go. Right. So I think what we'll do, it's 16:28 now. Well, let's say it's half 4. We're going to spend, I think it's probably wise if I was to let's spend half an hour, so until 5 o'clock, looking at, we'll time box it, so 30 minutes looking at this issue here, whether or not it needs to be on a second. So that was on iPad. I did some adjustments, so maybe it's sorted. We'll time box this for 30 minutes, and and then after that we'll look and find other issues and other bugs. So we'll focus specifically on this now for 30 minutes. So this is, can you see it's all jumbled up here, the times and stuff. My solution was to put the durations that are overlapping on another line. So I'm just reading that doesn't make any sense. 1920 by 1080. That doesn't make any sense. That's 768. So yeah. So there's a question over, is this actually an issue? So let's go to here. And we've picked this one because this one's got a large title. I think it's got the largest title out of it. Yeah. Alright, so we'll pick this one. And when we drag this ourselves, so when we drag this whole thing, we can see about there it drops down. Now, I need to work out, oh yeah, you can see on the top right hand side the actual pixel dimensions. So as soon as it gets to about 379, it drops out. Okay. And then anything less than that just craps out. Let's also just take a look what it looks like on in these modes. So let's do 5, iPhone 5. Yeah, no, we are going to need to fix that without a doubt. Yeah, so it fails on iPhone 5. iPhone 6 is still a failure. 6 Plus, still a failure. I think what we need to do... iPad is still a failure. Yeah, definitely. I think what we need to do is bite the bullet and put these durations on a second line. I reckon. Yeah, I reckon we should do that. Let's work on mobile first. So the idea is that these times will be underneath. And also, just looking at like how this is all done, we've got padding 4, padding left of 4. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you have padding 4 and padding left of 4? I think we can probably reduce this on mobile somewhat. Let's just have a play. Let's have a play. Let's pick on this one, which is working with directories. Let's change that to be, let's get rid of that. Let's change that to be padding of 2. See, that's slightly tighter. I reckon that looks better anyway. So I'm gonna go for the big one now. Still wrapping. Unless what I do is I carve this up to say that's a column and then that's a column. Maybe that will work. If I really am wanting to have duration on the right and text on the left, because I was thinking like you could have all sorts of things like likes and view counts and other jazz on that single line, on the other separate line, but I don't know if it needs to be on the actual on here. I don't think that would just overcrowd it. So maybe I'm thinking we adjust this to be a padding of 2 for small, and we have a column. We set this up to be a sort of a flexbox thing where you've got a column on the left and a column on the right, and have an actual set. Yeah, maybe we should play with that first. We're 4 minutes in, so let's give that a blast. Let's get into to here. Git checkout -b. So fixes. So this is lesson title. All right. So what we need to do is load that up. Let's just close all the tabs and go to templates and front end, and it is in lesson index. Okay. So we've got where are we? Here we go. These are the lessons. So let's get rid of that for a second, because there's no need for a padding left of 4 as well as a P of 4. And let's do SMP of 2. Well, actually, no. This is mobile first. So let's do P of 2, and then MD P of 4. For the first thing, let's just see what that looks like. So that should make everything a little bit less less spacing around certain things. That didn't do a thing. Why are we still P4, PL4? That doesn't make any sense. I've just changed it, surely. I'm confused. We have just put that in play. So maybe there's no need to build the UI. And then this here is the duration box. So what I'm thinking is that maybe what we should do, there we go, it's making it a little tighter now. I'm thinking maybe what we should do is put in a div around these things, because the A, to update the box model. Let's think. So let's have a little quick play. So let's do div class. So that's our container, which goes over both things. And again, that was a keyboard error. Let's take this out of the A tag. Done it again. Out of the A tag and put it into here. Let's change this to be a div itself. That's right. Let's so that's a block element. Let's put another div around here. That'll be the container for the link. Yeah. So you got flex. Flex row. You've got width or W. Make that 2/3. Probably doesn't need to be that amount, but let's. At 1/3. Take the float off of that. There's no need. Change that to be a P tag. A span. There we go. Alright, let's just see how badly that's screwed things up, shall we? I mean, it's kind of doing what I want. Kind of. I mean, obviously we can sort the spacing out. That looks terrible, but all the timings are in line at the very least. So okay. So what we need to do is adjust the spacing, don't we? Let's go to the Tailwind docs and just see. They've changed this documentation since I last was here. Spacing. Container, floats, clear, box sizing. Here we go, flex and grid. Alright, let's do that. So instead of, oh man, instead of defining the width, are you gonna flex 1. Use flex 1 to allow flex items to grow and shrink as needed, ignoring its initial size. So no, we don't want flex 1. We want flex 1 on the... Can we combine them? Can we combine them? I think we might be able to. So if that was flex 1 and that was flex initial, will this work? Who knows? That's looking much better, isn't it? Let's just have a little peek at what iPad looks like. Terrible. And let's have a look at responsive. See, that is better. I think we could be on to a winner there. I don't like the whole padding 2 though. Padding 1. Go back to the iPad. No, if we go back to the 5. There we go. So I'm thinking maybe we do need to have a P4 regardless. And actually I think what we should be looking at here is probably bringing these things in play. Let's put that to P. Let's put that back to what it was a minute. So that's there we go. And then let's grab the colors and put them on here instead of here. We don't need block. All right. How's that looking? Okay. All right. Let's change this to be in here. So that's our outer container. I think that's too small. I really do. I think that's too small. Let's go back to P4. Yeah, that's tiny. Nobody can use that. That's looking better, isn't it? It's getting there, slowly. It's slowly getting there. It's looking a little better. Okay, so a couple of things. I would like this to be in the middle. The duration, I would like it to be in the middle, regardless of... Maybe. Should I do it in the middle? Is that alright? Actually, no, I think it's alright. I think it's alright as it is. You know, aligned at the top there. But what I would like to do, you see that's that is the linked, that's the one that's currently on. I reckon what I need to do is change this up so the container is actually the A tag. Yeah, see, I'm not a massive fan of doing this, but let's just give it a go. So So that becomes the A tag. So we have maybe we need to keep that as is, and we put the href on. Come on. Put the href on the A tag. Why are you not letting me? Sorry. There we go. And for this to work, I believe we're going to need to have this as a block, which means that can be now a span. Let's move that. Just clean that up a bit. There we go. Right, let's give that a go. Oh, I think I also need to put in, yeah, I do. I need to put lesson btn on here. Is there any hovers on the background? There's hover on the white. There's hover on background grey. Yeah, that. Yeah, that I think needs to go up here too. Oh. And of course I'm not going to see this, am I? That's getting there. So, what do we need to do? We need to change I don't think we need that. There is a massive bug here, as you can probably see. This needs to have an overflow running against it, so it's not all hanging down like that. It's something I'm working on. It's what I did that git stash thing the other day. Okay, so that's looking better, but that still needs to be. That needs to be white. Hang on a minute. Hover text white, hover background grey, text pink 400. So it doesn't appear to be adhering to hover text white. Wait, where's that coming from? What was lesson BTN? I got a feeling that was something I did in the assets, maybe? Ah. Gotcha. Okay, so get elements by class name less than btn. Here's the menu items. Menu items is this. So if menu item.get attributes href path name. I see. Menu class list add removing pink and adding white. It doesn't appear to be doing that, does it? It's because it's doing it against... Oh, I see. I see. It's doing it against... Yeah, that's not going to fly, is it? That's running off of the href. Less than btn. It's not going to work, is it? Because the btn is now not... It's now there. So... what we would do is var menu text is equal to menu items I dot we're looking for that. That's what we want to remove and change it to be white. But only for this particular one. So get elements by tag name. We did, if we could get the first span, I suppose. Like that. And so this would be menu text item. Oops, something like that maybe. We're gonna have to rebuild the UI. So we'll do make UI dev front end. No idea if this is gonna work. I'm just kind of, what's time? Ah, we got 5 minutes to go. I should have kept more looks on the time. I think we've come up with a solution though. Hopefully this all will work. Let's go and see. If I do a shift refresh, does that become white? Yes, there it does. Yes, it does, does. And if we drag this in, yes, see that? That is getting bigger. And this is still on the right hand side, so that's really good. I think we've come up with our little solution there. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. So it doesn't need to be on the second line, which I think is better. And we haven't screwed up the spacing either. I think that looks good. I do. I think that looks really, really good. I mean, there's an issue here, right? Definitely, there needs to be a scroll bar and an overflow set. But anyway, we've got 3 minutes to go on the bug fixing side of this. So let's do git commit. Well, let's do a git status first. Let's see what we've done. Marvelous. Let's do a git diff. Let's just make sure we haven't done anything silly. I think that's fine. Alright. Git commit -am. So this is fixing and we'll push that up. Yay! We fixed something! Well, we fixed 2 things today. That excites me a lot. Okay, let's go to the pull requests and create a pull request. I'm getting really lazy with all this stuff. It's only me on this project, but I'm getting really lazy with all the labels and stuff. It is only me on this project, but that's really cool. I'm pleased. I am super pleased, and we've got 1 minute to go on the whole bug fixing thing. So that's really good. We did that in half an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, I'm going to take some slurps of tea, and then what we'll do is we'll work on finding more issues. Yeah. Let me just put in a note here. Right, so these are the issues that we've just fixed. That list of lessons should be scrollable. That's an issue. We already know about that. That is the fact that that needs to be a scrollable list. So unfortunately, we can't mark that one down. We did find a bunch though earlier. So let's see if we can backtrack and mark those down. So I think it was mostly to do with mobile view, and basically we just basically want to pick at it, right? So one thing here is that the Linux Bash for Beginners course is a HTML5 background. Okay, so regardless of the device type, this is going to be an issue. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly grab that as a screenshot, and I will make that as an issue. Whether we fix it today or not, I don't know. Oh, I didn't review these, did I? These changes in the Git pull request, but they look fine anyway. So, sorry, jumping about. As the HTML5 course thumbnail. Please use, I'm so polite to myself, please use the correct thumbnail, which is on S3. Now, I don't know what that is. Do I have... So these courses are now coming from YAML files and not through our PHP arrays. So I think what's happened is I've done SRC in data fixtures, in course fixture, this one, I think if I look for image, there we go, and if we look for Linux Bash for beginners.yaml. Nope. Come on, my basics. So we don't use these arrays anymore, but they'll have these links in them. So I just want to see if I've got anything. No, I don't. Great. I reckon I've probably deleted it. Let me see if I can find anything in my local history. What I probably did was I deleted it as I went, so let's just go back to the original. Yeah, there's Docker containers, Docker machine, Linux Bash for beginners, here we go. So that is the image. I'm just going to put that in my clipboard for a second. It's just, I tell you what, let's just put that there for a minute. Let's take a look at the URL of these, which is staging images. Come here. Let's grab that. Oh, let's just load that up. Okay, let's change that for this. No, it's still the same. 5E. Yeah, it's still the same. So maybe it was always broken. If it was always broken though, I mean, we did take it from the first one. Maybe if we took it from a random one, what's the 16th or the 5th? F5EF. Is that the same? It's the same as that one, isn't it? Oh, it's the same as that one. Yeah, I got a feeling that these were broken originally. Still the same. Okay, maybe we take a look at the Git history rather than the local history. So interesting. I was using the images. Okay. Images from YouTube. Not sure I want to do that. Adding Linux Bash for beginners. Yeah, that's wrong. Because that'll be the same for these. Yeah. Okay, never mind. We're spending too long on this, so what we'll do is we will we're spending far too long on this. What we'll do is we'll come up with please use the correct thumbnail. I will label this as UI and question because it requires more thought. And we've taken a screenshot, haven't we? So let me grab that and push this up into here. All right. Okay, so that's the first one. That's not too bad. That's bug number 1. Let's look for another one. How are we getting on with that pull request? It works. Yeah, let's merge that in. And then let's use master or main as the git. As the main event. Alright. So let's find another issue, shall we? That's looking alright. Let's click on that's looking alright. I want to focus on mobile. If I can. Nothing too bad there. That would go when the Symfony toolbar isn't there, so that's alright. And obviously that wouldn't be there on live. These things, there's a bit of a big margin in between these, and maybe that it's because there's different divs in each one of these things. But still, it's too big. It's too big. Yeah. MB2 and MB2. I reckon if we just did something like MD2. There we go, bring them down. MD2. Same with this one. MD2. Probably drop the padding. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? So if we change that to MD2, that's looking much better. And maybe I think margin top is okay. Do we have a margin bottom on the actual menu? Where's that coming from? Ah, it's up here. So if that was there's better. That's tighter. That's looking cleaner. Okay. I tell you what, before we jump the gun, let's go and check what this looks like on iPad Pro. I mean, I know I'm only worrying about. No, let's just worry about mobile for a minute. Otherwise, I'll go all over the place. Yeah. Alright, so the fix there was to change the... Damn, keyboard shortcuts. The fix was... I reckon I could probably do it. I reckon I could probably just put the fix in. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll put the fix in. Yay, it's raining again. Good news for the garden. So if we go to, it would be form, it would base, I think, front end base, sorry. That's the footer component. It will be in here. So, yeah, what we did is we set MD to that, and we did, what did we do? Was it MD and MB on these things? Yeah, we did. So we did MD and MD on each of these. So let's copy that and paste them in. Let's get on the div. Here we go. Alright, let's refresh. It's hammering it down with rain. For some reason, I've just realised that the comments in the chat aren't showing on the stream. That's really weird. Anyway, that's done. I will fix those by the in time for the next stream. Let's change that to be responsive a second. Ah, look at that. That's not right. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And then it gets to about there and just has a cry. Why is that? Okay, that doesn't seem right. Do I have to specify MD and LG? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I need to do that? It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't. So weird. Why would that be? That's 1001. Let's just get rid of that LG for a second. Why is it okay here? And then falls apart there. What's with that? What if we changed it up? What if we did PT of 4, which is what we're expecting, and then did SM PT of 0. So it's still good. Still good. Not so good. Too big. For some reason, it's not picking up that is an override. So padding top of 4, padding top of 0. What? Padding top of 0. That looks good. I think Murphy is barking at the rain. That's so bizarre. Why is it doing that? That's so weird. Why is that? Margin top MT4. Alright. No, I'm spending too long on this fix. I'm going to mark this up as a bug. Yep, I'm spending too long on this fix. So let's check out main. I thought that was going to be a quick win, but nope. I just spotted another one. Why? Hang on. I've just checked out main, right? So it should have those bugs in. But why? Ugh. There we go. Maybe I should come up with a rule. If I can't fix the bug within 15 minutes, mark it up as a bug. Otherwise, I'll just keep hammering at it. Okay. it's done. Okay, bug report. See screenshot. The margins between the footer blocks are too big. Should be reduced. There's two issues here. One is and two, the margin, the padding, I think it is the padding between the first footer block and the footer is too big. And I'm just going to play with that a bit because it is there we go, that's what I wanted. I want to do. Is there a way I can draw? Yeah, of course there is. That's 2. Can I move that? And we also have, so that's 2. And that's 1. Whoops. 1. Why is that? There we go. So that's 1 and that's 2. Can you see that there is the... I might put a sort of a helper. Is there any way I can put in double-ended arrow? Or not? Don't think so. Okay, never mind. Let's get rid of it. Let's just change that to be red. And that to be red too. I'll know what that means. And we'll paste that in to here. There we go. And it's UI. It's not a question. There we go. Good. We're getting there. Okay, I think that is good for the day, I think. We've come up with 2 issues. Oh wait, no, there was one I wanted to do around this. It was if we get into the weeds in here, is there a way I can zoom in even further? Yeah, can you see? Oh, maybe that isn't an issue. Is there a way I can get a grid going in here? Because I think that is higher than this. It looks slightly higher, doesn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Can I... The bottom of that... Oh, yeah. No, you can see it. You can. Yeah, you can. There's just a slight... Am I able to screenshot that? Yeah, I can. Sweet. And I'll put that one in as well. Yeah, because you can see just a little space. I'm being really... That's the wrong screenshot. I'm being really pedantic now, but there's just a little bit of space there. Just needs to go down a wee bit. All right, we'll mark this up. This is 5:30, so let's say if we don't fix it by 5:45, so we've got 15 minutes on the clock, then we'll mark it as a bug. I'm not worried about these logos because these will get changed by the image, so I'm not worried about the position of the fact that they're too close to the actual logos, because I'm going to work through that. It's more about the positioning of these things, and this is just a tad higher. Alright, let's just see how that's done. Yeah. So padding margin top is -10 and margin left is 4. Then we got the relative. I'm just trying to work out where... Aha, here we go. So margin top is -8. This could be quite tricky. Padding is 1. If we change that to be 6. Hang on, which one is this? 10 tutorials. Yeah, it is this one. Margin doesn't appear to be doing anything. Oh no, it was. Let's do 1. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think they need to go up in increments of 2, do they not? So that would be 6. What? That's gone down. But if we did 8 on here, so that's weird. So 6 brings it down. It also makes it look a bit bigger for some reason. But 8, we don't have 7. No. But 8 brings it at the top. And gives it a very small margin. In fact, what is that? What is that? The container is this. That's a H4. Let's just not worry about margin for a minute. Where does it begin? So we're out of that relative container. This whole thing smells of just bad using of divs and flexbox. again, we're doing float right. We don't need to do that. We should do what we did before, where we have this as flex 1 and that is flex initial. That's what we need to do. Right, we've got 10 minutes-ish. Let's see if we can solve that. And if not, we'll mark it down as a bug. So where would this lie? This would be in the front page, home page, index, and it would be course card. Yes, it would be here. So what we're doing is we got an image tag, fine, and then we've got this here where we've got the number of tutorials, and then we've got the duration. So let's change this up to be, well, first of all, let's create a branch for this. A throwaway branch, so git checkout -b fixes course card. Okay. So let's do that as flex. Let's do this as flex 1. This is going to be flex row. After all, it is a row. And then this one is going to be flex initial. Yes. Oops. Right, let's just see what madness that brings. See that? I mean, that looks much better. It's obviously not on the course card, but it already looks relatively in line. If we were to, yeah. There's no like overhang. The text seems to line up. Okay. So, okay. With that being said, then can we just move this whole thing up by? So I think what I needed to do, we had Z50 and relative. No, that's positioning. Okay, let me see, because you can have relative and absolute positioning on a flexbox, I think. Let me just see what that does. It does absolutely nothing. Let me bring this up to sort of MT, so minus MT, let's do 10. Let's see if we can get this to be actually going up on top of the image. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I can play with it. I think we need to go less than 10, like probably 4. No. Let's do 8. Let's do 6. Oh no. Okay, let's do 8. Slightly better. Let's also put in a padding. So let's do like P2. Huh. Alright, let's change that to be minus 10. that's looking better, reasonably better, although it's not in line. Let's change that to be P4. I'm gonna have to be playing this game on again, aren't I? With oh, did I just press the refresh button? No, I pressed the link. Great. Okay, let's do P L4 PR4. Let's bring in the sides a bit. So the right hand side is looking better, but the left hand side is not. Could I get away with doing PL on here? So we got 5 minutes. That doesn't seem to be happy, does it? Why is that? Oh no, that's the time. Okay, that's fine. So it's this one. What if that was ML? There we go. Right, so in that case, I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to put that on here. So MR4. There's better, that's better, that's better, that's much better. That is looking much better already. Okay, so let's alright, let's play with this. So we've got margin -10 on there. We've got that's supposed to be ML4. Sorry, ML4. That needs to be MR4. Alright, let's see if we can play with this. Yeah, look at that, look at that, that's much better. That's in line. Don't worry about the logos. Don't worry about the logos. One would argue that there's too much space there. I'm starting to think maybe we should lose that grey box. I don't really see the benefit. Now it's in line. Now it's in line. Maybe we should do PLPR rather than PT and PB. Let me just see what that looks like. So that would be PL and PR1. So no padding on the top and the bottom. Did that? No, that looks horrible. Why don't we just remove that and that for a minute? Yeah. ML4 H2. I don't know. Actually, I quite like the I quite like the grey. I'm just playing now, which I shouldn't be. There we go. Right, put it back to what it was. That would be another bug. Okay. If I don't like it. Okay, we'll leave it like that because we've fixed the initial issue, and we do have 1 minute left, so we'll leave it like that. Let's do a git commit -am, and before we dive into this and go, yay, it's all working, let's just see what the responsive version looks like. Let's bring that from to 100%. I think it's okay, actually. Yeah. I think it's alright. Bottom right hand side. That's all in line. Alright. Fixing course card. Tutorial number and time margins. Good. We managed to rattle through that. I think I need to do that as a sort of a rule of thumb. Give myself 15 minutes to, once I find the bug, give myself 15 minutes to fix it. And if I don't fix it, chalk it up as a bug and move on. I think that's probably the best thing I can do to speed up this project, I think. Otherwise, I can get stuck on a bug for a long time, and I know that there's other bugs to work on. And I know that we're only working on styling issues at the moment. I say only styling issues. These are important issues. But I know that there's a lot of issues to work through. So I think this is probably the better way to rattle through them, because then what I'm doing is making up a backlog, and we've added how many issues did we add today? We added the footer margin issue, didn't we? And we added the Linux Bash for Beginners course as the HTML5 thumbnail. This is fixed, so let's do a little bit of tidying up. So that is now fixed. So lesson durations should be on the second line as a tutorial menu. That is done, so we'll close that issue. Anything else that I need to close whilst we're here? We might as well be using the last few minutes of the stream as a bit of a tidy up thing. So footer margins, that's the one we've just added. That's what we've added. That needs to be fixed. It's the list needs to be scrollable. We'll leave that for the time being. Pagination is definitely a problem. Order of course courses by creation date, I think, is still a problem. All tutorials have a duration of 15:30. That's fixed. Because they don't. Because that's fixed. Because we did that last time. In fact, that was merged. So we'll close that issue. Alright, so that's done. Update course duration fixtures to include. Okay, that's an ongoing task. That's going to take a long time to do. I think I've got 16 courses, and I've only put on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 11 courses to do, to add, and what I'm doing is I'm migrating from PHP arrays as a means of holding these fixtures into YAML. So there's a lot of copying and pasting and trial and error and stuff, and we'll get some issues like having the wrong image for courses. A lot of space for human error. All right, so that's that done. So that's that one. Sorry. Store and reset test database. During make DB test rebuild, a new database is created. Yeah, no, we definitely need to keep that going. That's a definite DevOps issue that I need to deal with. Create a makefile command to install everything locally. Yes, but I think this needs to be like a background time. It's not a massive issue. I wish there was a way I could put in like. Do we have a backlog? No, we don't. I wish there was a way of setting this to be. This is DevOps. Do I have DevOps flag? No, I don't. Interesting. Let's put in DevOps because it is DevOps. Why do I not have a DevOps flag? DevOps. That'll do. I put it in Q3, but really this is kind of like one of those things that it would be nice to have, but it doesn't really matter if I don't. Okay, let's go back to the issues then. I was just getting fed up with running so many make commands. Just consolidate the make commands for the install. Okay, so allow customers to cancel subscriptions. That's a definite thing I need to do. Checkout page, offer upgrade. Okay, we'll leave that. Install Sentry. So this I've done, but it's only on staging. So we'll leave that as is. I'll come back to that. Ansible task. Yep. FAQ page is one of those niceties. Put that in Q3. Change their payment method. That still needs to be addressed. So does the billing list, which is list all bills with downloadable invoices. Yep. And still this one. That I opened that ages ago, but this is still an issue. Okay. All right. That looks good. Cool. I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna chill out for the rest of my Sunday, and thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everyone, and I will see you again next week on YouTube. And we might be doing some course notes or doing this. Basically, there's a lot of bugs that I'm aware of, but I haven't recorded. So this is what I would like to do from now on. I think give myself 15 minutes to fix the bug, and if I don't fix the bug, put them in the backlog. I'll start the stream by trying to fix an item in the backlog. Might give myself an hour to fix an issue, and then the rest of the stream will be just sort of. So I'll give myself the first hour of fixing bugs, and then after that will be, let's find a bug. Give ourselves 15 minutes to fix it. If it takes longer than 15 minutes, record it and put it in the backlog and move on. And I think that's probably how I'll do this sort of rinse and repeat cycle. Eventually I'll get to a point where there's more bugs in here than there are bugs fixed. Obviously, well, it is at the moment. but it'll get to a point where all the bugs have been listed. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Happy coding, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye bye.